What's up, Planeswalkers? 36 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Holy crap. That took a while. M19's out now, after some downtime. And I'm going to be going over the patch notes, the release notes, in this video. I have Arena on in the background as a little bit of background music because, well, it feels awkward when I just have my weird voice and nothing in the background. I'm going to be uploading this. Don't worry, there's going to be a gameplay at some point today. It's probably going to be the M19 draft. The problem is, like, it didn't come up until like 3 p.m. for me, and I was out at the store. Got in as soon as I got home. I started the download, and it's gonna be a bit late today, but yeah, you know, it's fine. Everything's fine. So we're gonna go over the patch notes since someone asked for it, and I'm totally fine doing more of these. The background is just a picture of flowers that I have, so kind of ignore that. I don't know the best way to have my web page kind of thing, but eh. Anyway, so the new player experience is something that they just recently added, and it's the first thing that you have when you open Arena. Turning Arena down. There we go. That should be better. Like as soon as I opened the Arena client, as soon as it was done downloading, like literally as soon as it did that, it jumped me straight into the new player experience. I was thinking about recording it, but I was like, I was eating second lunch, so it was good. It was fine. Obviously, this is the alpha of it, so it's still a work in progress for sure. Yeah, right here, automatically taking it to you. They leave a lot of it up to you, but it looks like it is designed in a way that, like, it's really hard to lose. I could have tried to lose and see if it was possible, but they allow you to make decisions and give you the tools, because it's like a curated draw. They give you the tools to succeed essentially no matter what you make. So yeah. You get some monocolor decks, which is fantastic because we get 2 of the Death Barons, so that's awesome. But those monocolor decks seem fine. They seem comparable to the decks that we were given initially in Arena. I love the fight against Bolas. It was great. It comes out of nowhere. It's really cool. What the localization? Sure. They also give you, like, they made new cards. The white ones all are like Innistrad flavored. And essentially it's just for making sure you have the new player experience. But they also, the reason they're going to be standard legal for Arena is because they wanted to make sure they had whatever tools necessary to get a good new player experience. But they didn't want these same players to see the cards that they played with in the new player experience and say, why can't I play with these, right? Why can't I go into the free play and play with the cards that I saw in the new player experience? I know how to use those cards. Where are they? So I think this was a fine move. When I first read this, I thought it was a little bit weird, but I think it's fine. Like, these cards aren't going to cause any shakeups, right? They're made explicitly not to be good, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. There are going to be some changes in the menu screen. Players now notifies its message when they get a payout for a closed event that they never completed. That's cool. Just in case you forgot to do an event, you're able to have this come. By the way, this is not the first time I'm reading the patch notes, but my memory's garbage, so you can get your avatar. Yay! You can't play Bolas. Boo. I'm really disappointed, but for right now, we'll be rocking Liliana. Hopefully in the future, they'll add more, and specifically Bolas, because this Bolas avatar actually looks good. Like, a big problem with Bolas recently is his depictions have been a bit smash-faced. So this depiction of Bolas, I think, looks really good. So it would have been awesome if I could play that. But I guess an argument could be made that, like, you don't want the new players seeing like an AI thing as their opponent. I don't know. It's I don't know. Language selection is awesome. Right now they only have some of the major European ones. They're going to roll out more. From time to time, I might put it on French just to maintain my ability to speak in some capacity French. So, localized content, sure. Paying with PayPal, that's something that a lot of people have been asking for, which is fantastic. I already have my stuff saved, so meh, I don't care. But the fact that people are able to now use PayPal instead of, like, needing a credit card, for example, that seems good. Set logos, that I guess is good if players recognize the logos, but not necessarily the set name. It's just a fine UI quality of life improvement. A lot of people were getting logged out And they have to keep typing in their credentials every single time. So hopefully that has been solved with the Remember Me. Placement matches allegedly should put us in a more accurate rank, which is, good for it's great for new players, right? We don't want new players who get lucky the first couple games to go into a point where they just lose constantly, right? So having adjusted placement matches is good. Excuse me. So what used to be ranked ladder is now called free play. That's the best of one, like standard queue. It now uses a combination of deck strength and MMR. One, the MMR is still hidden. I wish that it wasn't. I'm fine that it is, right? I wish that it wasn't personally, but I think it's fine. A combination of deck strength. We have not been told precisely how they measure deck strength. If we have, send me a link to it because I've not seen it yet. And I did look for it because it's very important how they measure deck strength. If it's like based on, if they're looking at it card by card, and it's an aggregate of each individual's card's win percentage over time that can change, that would be good. It'd be efficient. If it's just based on like rarity or something, aggro decks are going to dominate. Easy. Right? Because the aggro decks are going to be playing, commons and uncommons, a few rares, a few mythics here. But it's going to be a lot of commons and uncommons, and they're going to be coming up against players who are playing a bunch of commons and uncommons, not because that's the best thing to do, but because that's what they have. So I'm hoping it's not that. I'm hoping it's more similar to the former, where it has some sort of algorithm to figure out what cards are doing well, what cards are doing poorly. And if it works well, right, if this system does well, that means that it also alleviates some of the problems that brewers had, where they feel like they couldn't brew. They feel like they couldn't play wacky new things. Go away, this connection nonsense. They couldn't play like cool wacky decks, right? If you're playing cards that have no data, hopefully that would be considered like does poorly. I'm doing air quotes, no one can see me. And that way, they feel less bad because they're going to be paired against other players whose decks have either low data or no data, right? So theoretically, this could do really well. I assume that this program is going to have tweaks moving forward, but for right now, free play is going, and it's only the best of one ranked queue that's changing. That's the only one that's using it, I believe. Players can now remain idle for 60 minutes. So a lot of people were getting annoyed that they were logging out because they were gone for like 15 minutes or something like that. Also reconnects faster. That's cool. That's just nice because, sometimes people have to run to the bathroom, run and go do something for an hour. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. I assume this is for like, making sure like as many people are actively using the servers as possible so that as many people can come in. I don't see this being a problem long term. They had to reset all the quests. Who cares? Change to the installer. So before, not everyone will know this, right? Before the temp data, the temporary stuff that was used for crashes and bug reports, that was stored in a folder, in the temp folder, and it just stayed there. So even after successive relogins, it just stayed there, and it accumulated and could theoretically lead to some slowing down of your machine and whatever. But now it's going to be removed. So that's great. That's like a background problem that a lot of people didn't know was a thing, but that's good. PayPal is now available. We said that. You can switch to euros, which is cool for the people who use euros. I don't, so I don't care. 3 packs, that's cool. 4 copies of each of the common dual lands from core set. So I have this up right here. These are the dual lands that they're talking about. We have these, right? They're maybe different art. I think that's from Amonkhet. That's from Innistrad. I think that's Kaladesh. I want to say that's Zendikar, right? Zendikar, Kaladesh. We have this art, or we have these cards, and maybe not this art. This doesn't do anything, right? We have these cards already. I'm hoping that their plan for the future isn't just like how they have it now, where each individual art or printing of the same card is treated as a different thing. Hopefully, moving forward, you have the entity, the card, right? So let's go back here. I could use Opt as an example, but we have these. So let's do Foul Orchard, right? Right now, I have 2 different copies of Foul Orchard, I think. It might be 3, but let's say 2. Amonkhet and Ixalan. Now I have M19 Foul Orchards, right? I don't need all these different copies. Hopefully, moving forward, they're treated as the same card, and you can click on it, you know, give it a little click, and then you'll get an option for each of the individual printings. Now, obviously, as time goes on ad infinitum, this might be a little unwieldy, but as of right now, it's very unwieldy, right? We're going to be seeing when we're trying to select the art as it is now, we're going to see Foul Orchard, Foul Orchard, Foul Orchard, Foul Orchard, and then move on to Highland Lake, Highland Lake, Highland Lake, Highland Lake, right? Like, it's going to increase the size of the pages in the deck builder screen. So hopefully this is just a temporary fix, essentially, because we have these cards. We don't need them again. Excuse me. And it's an inelegant solution to the problem of reprints. If now, theoretically, they could go a route where, like, we can't use reprints, like, except the ones we get from the set. I incredibly doubt that will ever happen, but it's technically a possibility. But, you know, we have the cards. We should just be able to pick the art, right? I think I still have, like, 2 Ixalan ops and 3 Dominaria ops. Instead, I should just have 4 ops, and then I click it, and I choose the Ixalan art, or the Dom art, or even, like, the Dom printing, or the Ixalan printing, right? There just isn't a reason to have the clutter of having us have individual cards that are the exact same, right? So they did say they're going to be updating the deck builder at some point. Hopefully that is one of the things that they change. Let's see. Weekly win packs are now core set 2019. I'm fine with this for right now. As many people have said, it would be great if going forward we can just choose what our weekly win packs are. I don't see that as something that's going to change. That's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just a quality of life thing that can be purchased, you're sure. The wildcard radials are going to be added. I think I'll show some things during this video. Actually, you know what? Whatever. Boom. Oh, wait. Right. That's on a different screen. Never mind. Yeah. Wildcard radials. So that's cool. So now, essentially, instead of the vault, the main way people are going to get wildcards is from the packs. Do they have the pack thing? Oh, they don't. Okay, well, I'm going to do this. I should have had this up already, but I expected. Where is it? State of the beta. Cool. I expected this information to be in the patch notes too, but it was not. No. Page 1. Yes, I'm Liliana here. Fun fact, I really like black magic. Okay, so. The result says here is a higher rate of wildcard acquisition at a more steady pace. But here it says receive the same amount on average. I don't know exactly what that means, but this is kind of the rate of acquisition. After 3 packs, we're essentially guaranteed an uncommon. 6 packs, guaranteed a rare. 9 packs, uncommon, rare. You know, you see it here. Now, importantly, this is for wild cards, right? This isn't for, like, the individual rarities, right? Obviously, we're still getting uncommons every pack. We're still getting rares every pack. And theoretically, we could be getting mythics every pack. If you're super lucky, you can still get them. And this is just about wild cards. We'll see how the wild card rate shakes up, if it is actually better. Hopefully, the rares and mythics aren't strung together. Like, if these can turn into mythic wild cards, that's actually worse, right? Because I need the rares, right? Rares are more commonly used than mythics, so hopefully these aren't tethered. But I am a person who likes structure, so I'm kind of glad that it's less random like this, and it's just we're going to be getting these consistently. So that's what the wild card track is. It's a little like radial wheel. Let's see. Chances of wild cards and packs. So yeah, so wild cards, except for commons, have gone a little bit down. But you can still get random rare wild cards, right? I think it will reset the radial, but I'm not entirely sure because it doesn't say here. Yes, it's just a guaranteed drop, right? So the rates of wild cards and packs, right, has been reduced. So theoretically, I can open my first pack and get a rare wild card, right? But my third pack, as long as it doesn't cancel it out, my 6th pack, I'm guaranteed a rare wild card, right? So, you know, that's good. I think it's good. We're also going to get vaults with the wild cards. That's awesome. Changes in match. This is where a lot of cool stuff is. Players now get time added to their timer for doing a wider range of actions. Thank you. If I'm doing things, let me keep doing things. I only punish the people who are doing nothing, or functionally doing nothing. Added time to the timer performing actions increased 7 from 5. That's also fantastic. You just need a little bit more time. Stacks of lands no longer shift out from under you. Yes, no more dancing lands. This is incredibly important. Incredibly important. Okay. When selecting whether to kick a spell, you can see how the auto tap preview, how the auto tap would do it. So that's good. I haven't come up across this being a problem because usually when I'm kicking something, it's like all my mana, but I mean it's helpful, right? Let's see. You can order replacement effects now, which is cool. I don't think there are a ton of replacement effects in the game right now, but it's still good. When a card needs to be scrolled, it's a clear indicator. Some new players legitimately did not know that some cards needed to be scrolled, and they couldn't understand why certain effects were happening. This is a good change. Obviously, people who have been playing the game a long time and have been playing the game, this arena for a long time before the scroll change happens, they know what the majority of these cards do. But for those who don't, this is a good change. Rules text scales down. Scaling will only occur when text can't scale down enough. That's also good. This is kind of a compromise. A lot of people were saying they didn't like the scrolling. They wanted the scaling back. However, the main reason that Wizards said that they needed the scaling and the scrolling down was for foreign languages, right? Foreign languages have different sizes for their text. So this is a nice compromise, I think. It'll scale if they think it's a good level of scale. Otherwise, it's turned to scroll, and I think that's totally fine. Finally, we get to see what our opponent does when they scry. They will say the result in an emote, i.e. 2 on top, 1 on bottom. My thing is, will this still occur if you mute them? Will this also still occur if they're not muted, but as soon as they're done scrying, they hit that emote, right? Maybe they had some sort of weird key script and they put it on a key binding and like immediately they hit the emote. We'll have to find out. Hopefully it works when they're muted and it works so that like they can't silence it by using another emote. So passing the end turn button is now what it should be. It passes unless your opponent responds. What it used to be, shift enter, will now hard pass, right? So they essentially just switch them up. Just passing press end turn is going to essentially do what IRL end turn is if your opponent takes an action, you can do something. So that's fantastic. Attacking creatures, this is great. So now it's a little bit easier to figure out who is blocked and who is not. Oh gosh. Unblocked have red attack arrow, blocked have yellow. That's cool. This is just a little thing for defenders. They'll have a little slash across their defense indicator, so that's good. Or defender indicator, sorry. Protect or prevent damage. Little indication, right? Against the toughness or against the power. That's good. Critters have been added to the battlefield. I actually don't like this. This is just a graphics ad, and potential. Like, I mean, every little thing will add to the game's usage, the computer load. I wish this was an option. They still, in my opinion, don't have enough graphics options. This should be something you can toggle on and off. I don't know why you can't, but we'll see if it is frustrating enough for it. If people are on low-end hardware enough and complain, right, they'll change it. You can disable evergreen keyword reminders. That's cool. I don't know if people will want to, because it's like the indicators are pretty helpful. Even like I've been playing the game for a long time, and I like having the indicators. It's helpful. Yeah. Change the defense. So the single play used to be ladder constructed, now free play. Combination of rank and deck strength. Cool. Competitive play. We get free best of 3. That is awesome. This is what I wanted. This is what I needed. Instead of having to wait to get into an event for competitive best of 3, I can just play 1 or 2 best of 3 games without like a commitment to an event. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, that's just awesome. Competitive draft, switching to core 19, cool. Then they're gonna have this huge stress test thing. So on the 18th, actually, do they say it in here? They don't. No. So on the 18th, they're apparently giving everyone who has the game already 5 keys. I know a couple people who also have the game, and at least one of them has said they're totally fine giving me their 5 keys. So I'll be able to give away at least 10 keys to the people who need them. I'll talk a little bit more about that closer to the 18th, but theoretically, if you don't get keys by the time this stress test occurs, hit me up, and I'll be able to give a limited number of them out. Whoa. I mean, this is just event stuff. It's not terribly important. Quick draft schedule. I don't like quick draft. I would rather just competitive draft, so I don't really care. If you guys want to see me do any of these as quick draft, let me know. Hard Devastation, Amonkhet, Aether Revolt, Kaladesh, Amonkhet. I don't really like this one, but yeah. Quick Singleton returns as an event from August 9th to the 23rd. Wizards, give us it as a free queue. I mean, the thing is, they did it to best of 3, right? They did it to best of 3. Possibly they'll do it to Singleton as well. As I've said before, this is probably just the fact that it is a beta, and we need to make sure we have enough. The heck was that? We need to make sure we have enough players to support every mode that we want to have in the game, right? As of right now, we have 2 different draft modes, competitive and quick. We have several different constructed modes. We have quick constructed, best of 3. I assume we still have the competitive queue. I haven't actually looked yet. And then free play, right? So as of right now, like we have 6-ish, 7, like 6 or 7 active queues, right? And we want to make sure that we have enough players to support them long term. So I think it's fine that they're easing into it. But going forward, we're gonna, in my opinion, need to see dedicated queues for a large amount of formats. And you can even have like a little disclaimer, like this is a casual queue. May take a little while to find a game, right? If you have Pauper, you can put something like, this is a casual queue. Not a ton of people play Pauper. It might take like a minute. People are very impatient with queue times. Brewer's Delight, holy crap, is, in my opinion, a trash execution of this. So it's a new event. So first of all, it's an event. I'm not a big fan that it's a gold or gem event that gives you no gold or gems in return, because this is just a drag on your resources. So players will be matched based on their rank as well as their deck strength. Again, we don't know what this means. And then they have a predetermined selection of cards that you can win. But these cards are from 3 different picked decks. It's from Keth, Metalwork Colossus, and Treasure. Brewers don't want to play the cards you want them to play. Brewers want to play with a random assortment of cards. So essentially, this, like, if these were just random card rewards, I feel like Brewers would be happier, right? But, excuse me, as it is now, if you get 3 wins, you get 2 pouncers. You have a chance of getting 2 pouncers or like 2 caracals or something, some nonsense like that. There's a better thing here. Let's see. 3 wins, 1 ICR common, 1 at uncommon, 4 at rare. So I believe the rare ones... Oh, yeah, these aren't... None of these are mythic. I'm special. Yeah, okay, so 4 at rare, right? So, oops, wrong one. So, at 3 wins, you get 2 of these, 2 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these, right? Let's say you play it again. You get another 3 wins. You finished your playset, you have 2 and 2. Obviously, your rewards can be any of these, right? Any of these stuff. But why would I play this event long term? There's a series of wins that I can do that's relatively low that will just give me playsets of all of these. Or playsets of the rares, at least. Who cares about the commons and uncommons? Because we probably have playsets of these by now. Why have a brewer thing? I like that it's the deck strength, right? I like that they added it here. But why give structured rewards like this? It doesn't make sense to me. If you're a brewer and you're excited about this, let me know. Because as of right now, it seems like it's just better to go onto the free play, because free play is 1, free, and you're still gonna be matched based on your deck strength, right? And you can get gold for your playing. So I don't know. This event is obviously not for me. So I can't really judge it very well, I guess. I would not consider myself a brewer, honestly. I'm much better at playing than making decks. So yeah, I don't know. Let me just double check the state of the beta, see if there's anything else that was mentioned here that was not mentioned in the thing. Wildcards. Brewing up. No. Event schedule. Same. Yeah, we already have this. No cost entry. Yeah, no. So that essentially is the patch notes. So I'm the type of person who, when I see patch notes, I want to see every single change. I'm the type of person who plays an RPG, tabletop or video game or otherwise, who wants like to deal with the stupid minutia of like making sure I'm eating enough calories and like getting water and going to sleep at correct times and stuff like that. I'm that type of structured person, right? So when I have patch notes, I want like every minute change, even if it's like just tucked away in a section called like no one cares about these changes. I want everything. If they changed the avatar 3 pixels to the left, I want to know. It's inconsequential, but I like that information. So hopefully there's no like quote unquote discoverable things here. This is the patch notes. If you like when I do these like news updates things, let me know. I'm going to work on the format a little bit better instead of having a weird off-center web capture. Oh yeah, there will be a video. There will be a gameplay. It should be up sometime early this evening, depending on how long it takes me to play the draft. But this dumb thing came out too late. But yeah, go ahead and let me know if you like this. Tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, and cast a comment to the comment section down below. And until next time, all will be one.